Hey guys, Mike Baryla here again. Today I have my friend here, Rich Nance from Wartac CQC, Guns and Ammo, and a bunch of other places. He's going to show us a couple little disarm techniques. So there's not, even guys with CCWs, you can't always carry. You go to city buildings or places where you can't carry, where typically gun-free zones are your biggest threat area. So why don't you show us some of those moves?
Yeah, great point, Mike. It may be that even you're armed and you can't get to your gun if someone has a drop on you, obviously. Yeah. So yeah, if the gun is facing you, one of the things you want to always try to do is get as close to the gun as possible. I know that seems counterintuitive, like you want to be a long ways away. You either need to be a long ways away, seeking cover and creating all that distance, or you want to be so close that you can actually get to the gun without having to basically dive for it. So what you want to do is put your hands up, and you do this even if he doesn't order you to. If my hands are here and you tell me to put my hands up, that's great because you've just ordered me to move, and when I start to move, you can't distinguish me cooperating and me getting offline to control the weapon. So in either case, your hands are as close to the weapon as possible. What you want to do is get out of the line of fire and also redirect and control the weapon. And you do that by doing both of these at the same time. That gets you offline twice as fast. If you'll notice, I'm grabbing his wrist here, and here he has a two-handed hold. This works regardless of how he's holding the gun. Now, the nice thing about this, as opposed to this, is if I grab the weapon here, Mike can wrench that weapon from my grip, and he can also control it, just like you just did, orient the muzzle a little easier. So we want to grab the wrist here with the first hand. The second hand comes on top. Now what this will do, as you'll be able to tell, is it will control the slide and prevent it from reciprocating. So one round may fire, but subsequent rounds probably won't. Now from here, rather than try to wrench it out like this, where he has a lot of strength, I'm gonna pull him in here like this, where I have leverage. Now I'm just turning, and the grip is actually turning in Mike's hand, and I'll be able to wrench the gun completely free. Now from here, I could strike him with the muzzle. Now, if you're gonna strike, don't do things like this, right? You see this sometimes with people who have no idea what to do with firearms. But as I wrench that free here, I can strike Mike here. Then what I would wanna do is create distance. Tap, rack, and assess, or maybe I have my own firearm, and that's the time to start thinking about that. So one more time, just to recap, we want our hands as close to the gun as possible. A verbal distraction is great. Please, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? If he starts to tell you something, that's when you get offline. Grab here, pull it in, wrench it free, strike, create distance, tap, rack, and assess. Now, if I screw up and I can't go this way because maybe there's a wall there. So I would just come the other direction, okay? And then I control here, pull it in here, and the same basic principle works. So in the police academy, I learned some techniques, but they were very specific. Like if you held it a certain way, it would work, but if you held it with two hands, it wouldn't. Forget that stuff. You have to have a simple default response that works no matter how the gun is being held. Yep,
exactly. Well, thanks for that. Thanks for that tip. It's a good thing to practice. Subscribe on here. Check us out at facebook.com/TracyRAP. If you value your gun rights like we do, check out firearmspolicy.org.